everybody in YouTube land. This is CC Talk. Long time no talk. I think the last time I talked to y'all wonderful people out there was what? Around the time when Chris St. John passed away last year. So it's been a minute since I last talked to y'all. No, I'm not posting on the original channel because your girl set up here, got a new cell phone. Totally forgot the last email address to that particular account. So I had to make a new account. It is what it is. So yeah. I'm gonna try to post content on this channel and not forget the new email that I have for this one. I made sure I made it simpler this time, so when I'm ready to, like, say in the future get a new cell phone and everything like that, because I am an Android girl, I can be able to, like, boom bam type it in and keep doing my thing. But y'all already know what I'm supposed to talk about, and I'm gonna talk about my show, Days of Our Lives. Oh my gosh, they're going through another mass exodus. This is crazy. I haven't seen a mass exodus like this in terms of Days of Our Lives since, all the crazy shit that happened back during the 50th under Josh Griffith and Dina Higley. So, I'm just like, this is some crazy ass stuff, man. I mean, I wake up yesterday, before I get ready for work, and I get an email saying that fucking Kristen Alfonso is exiting Days of Our Lives after 37 years on the job. I'm sitting up here like, what in the fresh hell is going on? Now, yeah, I know there's going to be some people who are like, they're going to be right there in the middle where they're just going to think logically in their own right. And, you can feel free to, think logically about her exit and the character's exit, for example. You're going to meet right there in the middle if you're not a big fan like I am of the character. But for those of us who have loved and adored Hope for as long as we have, to me, she's right in that mix in terms of pop culture. She's not as big as an Erica Kane or a Laura Weber Spencer or even a Nikki Reed to a lesser degree on Why Noir. But damn it, you knew her because of, Bo and Hope was synonymous. If you are an 80, if you're a Gen Xer, a millennial, you know this. This is just what it is. Oh, and also a baby boom, I can't forget y'all. But you know this. I mean, this is just par for the course. And I'm just blown away, man. I'm in shock, as they would say. I'm just in total shock. Right before, I think he was right before or right after the news dropped on her Instagram, because that's how I found out about it, was through her Instagram. I was like, what, you what, you leaving, what the fuck's going on? And then I'm reading on another soap website on its on its Twitter account and stuff like that, and it's saying, A. Martinez is coming back. Now, y'all all know that Galen Gearing is leaving the show. That was announced back in February before the coronavirus ended up shutting down everything, and especially, in terms of filming stuff within Hollywood. It was announced even a couple of days ago that Days of Our Lives will return back to production, filming in September of this year. But if you read Chris Alfonso's goodbye message, she won't be there for that in September of 2020, because she filmed her final scenes months, I guess, like I said, before the coronavirus. So I can only assume that Rafe is gonna take a long trip to heaven, and they finna do like one of those blowout, funerals to honor him, and that, to honor that character or whatever, because Galen Gearing has been on the show, I think ever since 2008, 2007. I think about 2008. 2008 or 2009. It's been a minute since I, can remember. But yeah, so it's been a while, but nevertheless, he's been on the show for well over a decade. And then before then, Casey Moss was let go from the show. Now, Casey Moss, out of all these actors that are being let go or being written off the show or they're walking on their own merit, to me, he's the fire actor. Okay, he's the fire actor of the bunch. He's the bombdiggity.com. And I'm just like, JJ has been with every kind of woman under the sun on this show. He's been with a black woman, a Latino woman, an Asian woman, an older woman. The only thing that JJ has not done yet is been with a trans woman. And for that show, that would work too, having a trans woman on that show. But, it's just, other than that whole, romantic dynamic for JJ, it's just a mere fact of the matter. Casey Moss, he is a fire actor. He's a fire actor. He brings it every single time. And it's just a mere fact of the matter. He's not there. And especially now with, Gabby and Stephen, Jake, whatever, being so hot and so fire, being a potential super couple. I mean, you could bring JJ in the mix and you could have a hot, sexy super couple, just, standoff in a sense, and a love triangle. I mean, this shit would be fire. But for whatever reason, again, I don't know what's happening. It sounds like to me, but behind scenes politics yet again, because Greg Main was fired. That was announced several days ago on Daytime Confidential. He was let go. And then Kate Mansi a couple weeks back decided she was not coming back. So they bringing back Marcy Miller. Now, I told y'all on the previous CC channel that Marcy Miller's Abby is my Abby. That's my girl. But I understand Kate Mansi's popularity as Abby. You feel what I'm saying? But what's never happened behind the scenes, Kate Mansi's like, I ain't staying around for this fuck ass shit. So she don't walk. Okay, then we got Chandler Macy and fucking Freddie Smith Jr. He's done left the coop. From what I see on his podcast on YouTube, Freddie said that his final scenes with Chandler will be released sometime, I think in September, I think September of this year. So it's just, oh my gosh, it's so fucking crazy. Like how they're just losing star after star. But like I said, the Chris Alfonso thing just hits me raw because when I first started watching this show in the mid-90s, one of the first ever storylines I fell in love with this show on was the whole, when she came back with the amnesia. And again, she had amnesia, not a fucking microchip in her brain. Whoever decided to put a microchip in her brain to have her have a personality disorder, someone need to find that right and make sure that motherfucker's not working in the industry, because that don't make any damn sense. James Riley set that whole thing up to make it seem as if like when Hope was found and she was presumed dead, that bitch had amnesia and she was running around thinking she was Gina for a whole time. And so for me, for that whole situation to just, watching that storyline, that was one of the best storylines in soap history during that time period. And still is. Like, if I did a top 100 best storylines of all time, it would at least crack a top 30 within that 100. Because that storyline, it had its tricks and its hula hoops, but it was amazing stuff. And Chris Alfonso played the fuck out of it. Okay? Not to mention, it's one of the best return storylines of all time. It's right in there, like with Laura's return and Brenda's return off of General Hospital, and who else ever returned from whatever soap. It's top 5 at least. It definitely is. It's top 5. And So for me to see that this whole thing is a situation where they're letting this woman go at 37 years, I want to know what has happened. Like I said, was it the Greg Main stuff? Was it seniority? Did they want her to take yet another pay cut? Which is asinine because she's already taken, like, I think she took like 2 pay cuts. You know, how many pay cuts can you fucking take for you to feel like you're demoralized? And considering you're in California, living in California ain't cheap. Okay, a lot of people, like regular folk that's not even in the entertainment industry, just regular people that is just trying to make it, sometimes they gotta get 2 and 3 jobs just to sustain their living and surviving in California. Sometimes if you if you have a roommate, if one roommate moves, that say if you're, you know, roommate of 3, if that one roommate leaves for whatever reason, oh man, there's a good possibility y'all are gonna be fucked in terms of rent the following month, because again, living in California is not cheap. So you gotta factor in a lot of things, especially with the industry still like tanking. Because the thing is, Days of Our Lives should be banging in the ratings right now. It should be getting like 2 O's at least. It should be taking It should be getting viewerships from Bold, Wynart, and General Hospital. But for whatever reason, the audience is still not gravitating towards it like how you want it to be. You get my point? And another factor I want to throw in, and of course this, all these firings and people being wrote off the show or walking or whatever. This happened long before the daytime Emmys, but I can promise y'all, ever since that show had that blowout year of winning all of those daytime Emmys in 2018 like it did, just winning Emmy after Emmy after Emmy like it did, there has been like this rapid decline. Okay, and even with this recent daytime Emmys, we only took home 1 fucking Emmy, and yet again, it was in the younger performer category. And this is no shade towards Kyler, who won it last year, Kyle Priestess, who won it last year, and then this year Olivia Rose Keegan. But when you have been spoiled to a certain type of riches, and you're only getting like the only award in a major category is the Best Young Actor category, again, that feels very demoralized. And I feel like because Days won all those Emmys in 2018, the industry's just been like, that show won Emmys? Like, what the fuck? It's just, I could drum up my own conspiracy theory, but at the same time, I can also recognize that Days, these last 2 seasons, has been, in terms of just the quality of television, it's been kind of declining as well. I feel like ever since Sherry Anderson has left the coop, it just seems like there's just been this, like, Ron has lost a person that could have held his hand and held him down. And this happens with Ron at every fucking location. So this is not just a Days of Our Lives thing. This has happened on One Life to Live, General Hospital, and nowadays, every time when Ron is left to his own merits as a writer, what ends up happening? What ends up fucking happening? The show starts to get wonky. It starts to get silly. It starts getting ridiculous. Now, I did like the time jump. I thought that was cool. That was creative of Ron to do that. However, I'm still like, Ron. Whatever Sherry put together for your ass, why did you have to go fuck that up still? Just why? Like, you had some really good, juicy soap that was happening that first year and a half that you came. And there you went, decided, oh, I'm finna just go willy-nilly and just go all sporadic and anemic with the writings. So, and again, I'm not faulting Ron. I'm just putting it out there. Like, there's some things about Ron's writing that I can admit, seeing him on 3 different soaps, I'm just like, yeah, Ron could get a little extra. But that's the thing. It's like, what is going on behind the scenes? And this is why I gotta listen to Daytime Confidential in the coming days when they do their podcast and figure out what the fuck is going on with Days of Our Lives. Like, it seems like whatever's happening behind the scenes is way more interesting. And see, I should be talking to y'all right now, honestly, about the first black wedding of Days of Our Lives with Lonnie and what is that man name? Freaking the one that plays by Lamont Grant. I forget his first name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. It's just the fact of the matter, like, what I should be talking about that. I should not be sitting up here talking about this silly ass show having behind the scenes drama with exit after exit after exit, and then losing an iconic pop culture, actress like TV actress like Christian Alfonso for Daytime, and she's all whittled in this, and it's so depressing. It's like, days. I'm only used to this type of drama when it's like General Hospital or Young and the Restless. And now here y'all come with the foolishness. And now, some people have also said that the co-executive producer that was next to Greg May, I forget his name, is Alper something. I forget his last name. But a lot of fans are blaming him, saying like his ego has been deflated with the whole, show, and he wants more credit, or he's sending the show down a tailspin, not Greg. I don't know what it might be, but Kid Corday needs to get his ship in order. Like, he done lost Kristen Alfonso, Chandler Macy, Casey Moss. And like I said, all of this is happening and within almost an 8-month window. Like, in a sense. Like, this is just crazy. This is insane. And, he needs to get his ass off the golf course. I know golf is one of the, few sports that you could play that is 6 feet in the coronavirus pandemic. But you need to get your ass off that golf course, Kid Corday. Get your house back in order. And figure out what the fuck is going on. Because the palace is on fire. It's on fire. You ain't winning no Emmys like you did in 2018, and Emmys are important with these last 4 soaps. So what? And then, like I said, your ratings are not growing in the current, corona pandemic. So you need to see what the fuck is going on. This is scaring me, y'all. This is really it. Like I said, when we were losing all them all those fan favorites, rather, in 2010, like with Deidre Hall, Drake Hogerson, for example, and who else left around that time? I think it was Stephen Nichols and Mary Beth Evans as well, just to name a few. Around that time period, again, when they left, it was about pay cuts and who was gonna get paid and all this other silly crap, typical business stuff. But at least I knew. I had James Scott. I had Allison Sweeney. I had Arion Zucker. I had other performers that they probably are not going to be as iconic as those 4, but they did serve as a placeholder. And it worked for that show for at least a good 2 years until Kid Corday and whomever else for Sony said, okay, we're going to bring back Drake and Deidre finally back onto the canvases and bring them back onto the show. So it's just like, but this time I'm just scared for my show, man. I really am. Because like I said, the ones that they're cutting, is it seniority based? Okay, yeah, Chris Alfonso has the most seniority out all those actors that I just whittled off, including hers. She has the most seniority. Fine. If it's about a pay cut and she wasn't willing to say, well, okay, whatever, I'm still pissed off by it, and I still hate that she leaving. But again, I still don't understand that Casey Moss one for the life of me. I still don't understand that, because you can still do so much for Casey Moss. That baby is a beast. When you give him the material, he is a fire ass actor on screen, and it's just that makes me mad. That just makes me mad, and it's just, I just want to know what the fuck's going on. It's making me nervous, y'all. That, with Days of Our Lives being in year 55, trying to I wouldn't even say, kind of like reboot in an anniversary year, where again 5 years ago when Dina Higley ran the ship, she was doing all that unnecessary bullshit and whatever back during the 50th, and she destroyed that show. I'm just like, we're in year 55, and yes, the show is still playing. The show is still, rather fun to watch at time. But the behind the scenes stuff is scaring me, because I'm like, I'm having a Miss Juicy moment from Little Women LA, or at least Little Women Atlanta, saying, what the hell we gonna do now? What the hell we gonna do now, y'all? So this is just too much. It's too much, but I don't know, y'all. Until we find out more information, more tea, and why Chris Alfonso is leaving the show, I could just only assume. We just gonna have to wait and just speculate and draw up our own conclusions why, along with the others. Oh, and one more thing. I heard another rumor as well from another YouTuber, that a possibility is maybe Hope is going to die in the mix of all of this, and they probably bringing back Peter Reckle for 1 or 2 episodes so she can ride off into the pearly gate sunsets with him. And that's just gonna be so, that's gonna be devastating if that's how they gonna play that up and do that. I mean, woo. But I can almost see Days doing that. I do. I can almost see Days doing that, just because. But it's still gonna be hurtful. It's still gonna send tears running down my eyes, all down my cheeks, all on my shirt. I'm just gonna be a whole mess if that's what they're planning on going. But I'm still holding firm that the first one is gonna be Rafe is gonna die, and they're just gonna bring back all his kin people and have his big funeral, and hopefully they'll give her some really good material to close out her exit properly, and send her on a really good high note. Because again, it's just, this sucks. This is so devastating, man. I cannot believe my show is doing this. I really am. But hey, like I said, I get it. It's a business. It's a tough call, but at the same time and same token, it's still painful, because again, there's something about growing up watching these characters, watching these performers on your TV screen 5 days a week, most of every year you're watching, and it is just one of those things, for me at least, it's just so like, wow, really. It's just, these people just become so ingratiated in your family. I know people who don't like soaps, when they hear stuff like that, they borderline laugh at it, but it's just the truth. When you're watching these performers act every single day, they do become part of your family in some sense of the way, or at least in your subconscious. So it's so wild that she's leaving, but hey, best of benevolence to her. Whatever she's planning on doing, I look forward to seeing what she's doing. But it's still just like, man, oh boy, like, this is just It's just insane. It really is. But anyhow, please rate, comment, subscribe, especially now to the new channel. Let me know what you think about all this Days of Our Lives, casting changes, you know, Greg Main being let go, the fact that Days is still in a Emmy drought of sorts over the last 2 seasons. Let me know what's going on. What do you think is happening with this show? Because it needs to be talked about, y'all. It needs to be talked about because these are dark times, literally, for the show with the hourglass. I mean, whew, it's crazy. Anyhow, talk to you all soon. Peace.